Hello everybody. Okay, do you remember these? These are my mummy's nails with my fabulous glitter fairy glitters. This was Persian prints. They have grown out quite significantly over the last couple of weeks, so we're doing a redesign today. So I've filed back to the thin clear layer. I've pushed the cuticles back, I've removed any non-living tissue from the nail surface. I've also etched the nail plate and dehydrated and primed. And now I'm going in with Glitterbels glass slippers. Any discoloration you can see on the nails is purely previous design work, different colours. You know, I've been infilling these for quite some time, so because her natural nails are like super long now for her. So yeah, there's no nail damage, no problems, despite having her hands shut in a car boot this week. I know. For those of you that are new to the channel and don't know, my mother is almost completely blind, and unfortunately she was stood by the car talking to my father, and she put her hands God knows where, and when he was chatting away he shut the boot and her fingers were in it. Yes. So on her other hand she's got bruising around the cuticle area, but there was no damage. This is crazy. There was no damage to the acrylic nails. There was no damage to her natural nails. She really got away with it. She was really lucky. So as you can see, I'm just applying a thin clear layer to each nail. Hello puppy dog, are you coming in to see what Mummy's doing? Come on then. He always, every time I do this, he has to be with me. Go on, you got it. It's like when I'm a contracted broadcaster for Live Me, and I do singing. So every time I do a broadcast and I'm singing live, he has to sit with me and he'll just sleep. I don't know how he does it. Right, I'm using Glam and Glits Kaylah and this stunning Indian Summer Dot Mix in Lotus from the Glitter Fairy. You know, she's my fave. I love her so much. I've also using my Glitter Fairy brush, which is a size 10. Now, as you can see, Kaylah does marble, but do not worry. You work with Glam and Glitz wet anyway, so you kind of mush it together. You can place the bead slightly differently. So instead of picking up and putting the bead down on the acrylic, you actually turn your brush over so the bead is facing up, and you kind of slide your brush out from under the bead, leaving it sitting on top of the nail, and that will eliminate the marbling as well. But to be honest, you use it like paint, so as you can see here, it just ends up blending in anyway. I'm applying a very thin layer. This nail is going to be all Glam and Glitz Kaylah. If you're interested in what's on my nails, even though they look completely battered because I've been cleaning the house top to bottom and forgetting to wear gloves, then I have a video which will be in my list. I'll try and remember to put it in the description box, but I'm rubbish at remembering stuff like that. I always put all the products, links, discount codes or anything like that that I've got, that always goes in the description box. The minute it's uploaded, it's there. So do not worry. Also links to my social media, so we can follow each other, we can get inspiration for designs from each other. I love doing that. Yeah, I also have a Facebook page, which it will eventually, once my salon is finished, we're just doing the interior now, so once that's finished, it will be partly my business page as well. I was thinking of starting a Facebook group. I'd love your feedback, but there are thousands of nail Facebook groups. So I wondered if there's anything you would like from a group that, but I mean, I might not bother because there's just so many. I just, I didn't know. So let me know. So again, working wet, just pushing it around the cuticle area. Make sure the cuticle's tidy first, and then blend it down the nail, tucking it in at the sides. Just don't want any change of the shape there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful. I love Glitterbels and Glam and Glitz. They're so easy to work with for me. Some people don't like to work wet. I mean, Glitterbels is not a wet system, it's a medium system. You can work wet or dry. I tend to work wet anyway, so Glitterbels and Glam and Glits together is like the perfect match for me. So just painting that down. See how easily it blends. You don't get shadowing, you don't get any hassle with it. It's so easy and so pigmented, so there's hardly any bulk on that nail. So now I'm going to go in with some of the glitter from the Indian Summer Dot Mix. This is Lotus. So pretty. It is a chunkier type cut because you've got big circles, tiny circles, but they're super easy to work with and really effective. They look like shiny bubbles. I love them. And this was Dawn Eastwood that sent me this actually, so I love you. So I didn't have a plan. It was literally my mum ringing saying, look, my nails are a bit ropey, can you do them before you go away? And I was like, yeah, come on over. And she just sits there and I'm like, what do you want? She's like, pink. All right then. So I just decided to do like almost like a half moon swirl. As you can see here, I lay down wet acrylic, then I go in with the glitter, purely because in certain situations, like when you're doing specific areas of glitter like here, that's how I prefer to work. If I'm doing a full glitter nail, I'll just pick up a wet bead and dip it straight in the glitter. But here, where I want specific sizes in specific places, I find it easier to have a wet nail and then go in. There we go, beautiful. Go in with the glitter. I love this gold undertone that comes through this glitter. And the name Indian Summer is just so perfect. Okay, so another nail with Kaylah. They've all got Kaylah on. Now, because obviously this is quite a wet system, what I quite often do is I go off, clean my brush, drain all the liquid out of it, and then I'll pat it across the nail to soak up some of the standing monomer, because it's a wet system. I've worked wet with it, so I want it to start setting up. So I just go in and tap that. And then I'm going to go and do like a glitter strike through the nail. So just corner to corner. Doesn't matter which corner, do it any way you want. No rules. Glitter's there just to be adored. I do remember reading some of your comments on my nail where I did some line work, saying we want more line work. I will, I just need to get a better brush. And I want to get some like black painting gel type thing. I don't particularly think I'm good at freehand. I would like to learn, and then part of me is like, that's what stamping plates are for, so don't stress. But I admire, like Selena Ryden, her line work is just mind-blowingly beautiful. You know, it's real art, and I'm not particularly good. But I guess practice will make perfect, so yes. So on this nail, it's going to be full Kaylah. A few of my mum's nails are very badly damaged from years of abuse, so she would pick the actual nail off of the nail bed due to anxiety. All the skin that I'm touching now used to be red, raw, bleeding, and her nail on her index fingers was only covering, I don't know, maybe 2/3 of the actual surface of where the nail should be, because she had pulled it away. I don't know what. I mean, it would get sore, but she was so anxious she didn't realise she was doing it. So since I've been doing her nails, she's stopped picking, she's stopped pulling, and they've grown beautifully, but they are different shape to what I would expect. The nail bed is slightly raised on some of the fingers, and it kind of hooks over. It's very different to some of the other nails. It seems to be only the damaged ones that have changed shape. So this thumb, I'm doing a wash of Kaylah, and then I'm doing a full nail of the Lotus dot mix. Now, you can go in with a small bead and pick up a small amount of this glitter and move it around. I'm used to working with it now. I had a very wet bead, and my nail room temperature, my goodness me, my room temperature was stable. It wasn't too hot. So I was able to do this knowing that it's not going to suddenly cure and be all lumpy. You wouldn't believe how I'm doing these nails. Me and my mum are sat at my daughter's desk chairs using an ironing board. Yeah, using an ironing board with a marble tile. And my camera is hooked to a stool behind me, dangling over my head, because I still don't have a nail space. I don't work as a nail tech yet. I did, used to. I'm not saying I never have. I did used to. I stopped. I had 2 hip replacements in the last 2 years, so I had to stop. I couldn't sit in the position. So I've been slowly getting used to it again, just doing my mum's nails. On the odd occasion of a special occasion, I do my son's fiance's nails, and I just do mine, and I use my practice hand, and that's it at the moment. But my beautiful husband is building me my own salon. So excited. So I'm just capping now. You don't have to cap Glam and Glitz. You can build the complete structure out of it. I just automatically do it this way. So I'm just capping with Glitterbels glass slippers. The clarity of this is absolutely brilliant, and it's super, super easy to work with if you're doing like the crystal tip nails. Really, really beautiful to work with. I'm happy now with my system. Glitterbels and Glam and Glitz. I do like some of the colours that CJP do, but I don't work as well with the system, that's all. I just work better with these systems. So I'm stuck for life now. I think it was Stacey Ward that said to me, "You'll become addicted. I'm telling you." And I am, yeah, it's official. So I'm making sure all this glitter is gone match. You'll see the colour shift. So you see the colour shift between the 2 nails. That's when you know you've capped it sufficiently. If you don't cover it with enough clear acrylic, what will happen is when you do your finish filing, you're going to start scratching the glitter, and it will remove colour, and it will remove that smooth shiny surface, so you'll end up with scratchy kind of metallic looking pieces. I call it the glitter graveyard. So you want to make sure that all of your glitter has changed colour. It doesn't have to be thick with capping. You don't have to like bulk it out so much you spend 2 hours filing, but you need to protect it because you're going to finish file, and depending on how much shape you've got to change, you can kind of gauge what you need to do there. If your nails are like, okay, for example, the Glitter Fairy, Miss Lucy, if you work like her, which is like completely perfect in my eyes, even though she'll tell you she's not, her shaping is so good that her filing is minimal at the end, which means she just pops a little bit of capping on, just checks the shape. But if you knew you'd have to file a little bit more into that, then you need to start working thinner so that you don't start filing into your glitter. So you need to have your base underneath that glitter thinner, because otherwise when you cap, you'll cap thicker, the nail will be thicker, you'll still end up filing into that glitter. Onto the thumb. Now this is a lot of glitter and they're lots of different sizes. So what I've done is gone over the nail with monomer. Then I'll go in with a nice wet bead. I want it to soak in all around that glitter and I want it as clear as it can possibly be. So the wetter and the less I have to put air into that acrylic, the better. So I let it flow over the edge to cover everything, and then I use the side of my brush and just tuck it in there like that. And just pull it across. Now there were little bits of glitter that hadn't quite adhered. That's fine. You either tuck them back in, or if they're going to be a pain in the bum, I just take them out. Like, bye bye, gone. Tuck that back in. And then I'm going to go in and make sure I've got enough in my apex area. And I believe I added a little bit more because it was looking a little bit flat in the centre there, just a tiny bit. Even under a matte top coat, this glitter would just be stunning still. I still have loads of glitter from the Glitter Fairy that I haven't used yet. I just can't wait. And she's got these amazing folders out, which I will be getting as well. I'm literally holding on to a stack of cash because I've run out of storage space, so I'm waiting until I actually have my storage in the salon, and I'm just going to go shopping mad, and it's going to be the best day ever. So I've tried to show you a little bit of my filing, but it was really awkward because I was at a very strange angle with my ironing board. But basically I do sidewall, free edge, and then I'll go around the cuticle area, and then I'll do like the bulk of the nail, and that's it really. In the end I ended up putting my mum's hand on my light bulb box for my studio lighting because I don't have an armrest or anything. I don't have anything. When I gave up nails because I was so poorly, I said I don't think I'd ever be able to do it again. So I sulked and sold all of my stuff. So I had to rebuild it all again. So that's basically how I would file, and then I would go in with my buffing block and just gently buff any scratches out the nail. So that's the nail filed, and that's my light bulb box. The light bulb is huge, can you imagine? It's massive. So I'm going to go in with CJP Tack Free Top Gloss and let it shine. This top gloss is just amazing, guys. I really appreciate your recommendations with this because it's super beautiful. And look at that glitter. Oh, it's just like the gods are shining down. I think I've got a problem, just saying. Now last time I did Mummy's nails, I was lucky enough to have Miss Lucy, the Glitter Fairy, who I am a huge, like, proper fangirling fan of. She asked me if she could use them on the website, the pictures, and I literally fell off my chair. Hopefully she'll like these ones as well. I can't help it. I do have, like, nail artists that I literally idolise, like pop stars. It's quite sad really, but that's just the way my brain works. So going in on this full glitter nail, top coating that, and oh my god, so beautiful. It almost looks like mermaid scales, doesn't it? It's so gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, makes my soul happy. And there's my knuckle. Oh, what a knuckle that is. Oh, beautiful. So these are the fingers that got stuck in the car boot. You can see the index finger and the middle finger have some bruising still. They're absolutely fine. There's no pain. There's no open wounds. There's nothing like that. The nail plate on the index finger has got some bruising. That's it. There's no separation. There's no damage. It's just superficial. Thank God. Because if I wasn't able to do her nails, she'd pick them off again. So again, in on the thumb. I had to zoom in for this just so we could, appreciate that for a second. I kind of want to play some Barry White, like, oh, do. Into my lamp for 60 seconds. And here are the finished little beauties. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this and pop in the comments and say hi. If you're not subscribed, then think about it. I try and upload a couple of times a week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!